Hey guys, it's Miss Julia here with today's enrichment. We will be learning how to make the sugar crystal rock candy, and it'll be super awesome and cool. You might need adult supervision for this enrichment. It does involve boiling like a water and sugar solution on the stove, so make sure you check in with a parent or guardian about that, and if you can do it on your own or if you need adult supervision. It is totally okay if we need adult supervision, and we know our adults are really busy in our home right now, so if they can't help us right away, we can be super patient and wait for their assistance. We got this. So let's get started. So for this experiment, we have a couple materials we're gonna need. So we're gonna quickly go over our materials and then get started. So the first thing we're going to need is a saucepan or pot that can boil something in, a measuring cup. I'm using a 1 cup measuring cup because we'll have 3 cups we're measuring out, a jar. It can be any kind of jar. It could be like an old pasta sauce jar. I'm using an old mayonnaise jar. It can also just be like a mason jar. We just want to make sure it's a jar that can hold hot liquids. If you are using a jar that was previously used for food, make sure you wash it out, throw it in the dishwasher or hand wash it. We just want to make sure there's no food particles or residue getting in our experiment. Optionally, you can have food coloring if you would like. You'll need like a pen or a pencil, even a popsicle stick works to kind of put across our jar. We'll need string. I heard like cotton string works better, but I'm sure any kind of string you might have will be fine. You can also use a kabab stick or skewer. If you do use one of those 2 options though, make sure you have a clothespin for the top of your jar. You'll need a piece of tin foil we're gonna put it on top of the jar so it doesn't have to be long. It can also just be a piece of paper. You'll need some scissors and sugar. We're also going to need a wooden spoon, a paper towel, and a small glass of water. That's all our materials we'll need. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our measuring cup, our pot, and our sugar. And what we're going to do is that we're going to put 3 cups of sugar into our pot. So we're gonna grab our sugar, and if you're like me, my measuring cup doesn't quite fit in my sugar. If yours does, feel free to like scoop it and put it in your pot. But what I'm gonna do is, so that I don't create a mess by pouring it out, just hoping it lands in the measuring cup, is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of grab, so I'm gonna pull these ends here up, and I'm gonna pinch them together, kind of like I'm about to put it away. But then I'm going to come around here, and this side is already pinching in. So I have this side pinched together. This side kind of acts like it wants me to pinch it in, but instead I'm going to grab the little flap that goes in and pull it out. And I'm going to kind of make a little funnel, just like this. I'm going to make a narrow part for the sugar to come out of. So I'm going to pinch kind of half the top of the sugar, and then I'm going to very slowly pour it into my measuring cup. So I want to make sure I'm holding about halfway on the sugar bag so it doesn't pour out past the funnel. And then I'm just going to slowly pour it into my measuring cup until it reaches about the top. When it starts getting to the top, you'll want to kind of slow down, make sure we're not out of control so that we can stop our sugar flow. I'm going to it's kind of getting close to the top. I'm seeing a mound, so I'm going to kind of tap, tap, tap to help the sugar level out on the measuring cup, and then I'm going to go back to pouring it, just so that we get it to the top and we don't create any messes. Perfect. So now my sugar is about at the top of my measuring cup, and I'm going to pour it into my pan. And I'm going to do that 2 more times. So we have 1 cup in there now, and we want 3. So I'm going to pour another cup of sugar into here. And again, I'm going to kind of slow down when it gets closer to the top. And I'm going to tap, tap, tap. And then I'm going to pour some more. into it so we get a full cup of sugar. Awesome. Then I'm going to pour my second cup in my pot. And now I'm going to do it one more time. So once again, I'm pinching the sides, have my little funnel going here, and I'm going to pour into the measuring cup. And when we get closer to the top, I'm going to tap, 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 and then I'm going to keep on pouring. I'm going to pour my last cup in there. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our string, our jar, a small cup of water, and we're going to keep our pot in front of us. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our string, and if you're using a kebab stick, feel free to skip this part. But we're going to take our string and we're going to kind of measure it. So when we put our string in the jar, we don't want it to be touching the bottom when it's like resting. So we're just going to measure it a little bit and get kind of the gist of where we want it to be cut. And I'm going to cut it probably, I'm going to cut a little bit past my jar just so I have enough to tie. But I know kind of I'm putting it right above the bottom of my jar. And then I have a little bit of space at the top here. So I'm going to put my thumb and finger here, and I know where to cut my string. So I'm going to grab my scissors now, and I'm going to cut right above my thumb and forefinger here, in that spot that I marked. Perfect. So now I have my string that I will be using. You're going to also want to grab a paper towel for this part, because we will be putting our string there for the meantime. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dip my string in my cup of water just to get it a little wet, because we want to put some, they're going to be called seed crystals. So if you're using a kebab stick or skewer, this is where we tune back in. And so we're going to kind of dip our string in the water and then dip it in the sugar, because we want to put some like initial sugar crystals on our string or stick so that they can grow more. So I'm going to kind of take my string and I'm just going to dip it, and I'm not going to dip it all the way because I know I'm going to use part of the top to tie to my pen. So I'm just going to kind of dip it a little bit, just get it nice and damp in here. And then I'm going to take my pot that has the sugar in it, and I'm going to dip it in there. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of just dipping it, getting some sugar crystals on it, pulling it around a little bit in there so that we have some sugar on there. And then once I've gotten my sugar crystal seeds on there, my sugar seeds on the string or kebab stick, I'm going to gently place it on my paper towel. So I'm just going to very gently place it on my paper towel and put it to the side, because we will be using that in a little bit. So now we're going to add a cup of water to our pot. So make sure you grab your measuring cup. We're going to go to our sink and fill it up to measure out 1 cup, and then we're going to pour it into our pot. So I'm going to take my pot and my measuring cup over to the sink to show you how we measure a cup and put it in. Okay. So I'm going to take my measuring cup, I'm going to gently put it under some water in the sink, and then when it gets to the top, I am going to take my measuring cup over my pot and pour it on in. Perfect. And then I'm going to turn off my water. So for this next part, because we will be boiling water on the stove, be sure you ask a parent or adult in your house if you can do this unsupervised, or if you need to wait for them to help you boil the water and sugar solution. If you need to wait for them, that's totally fine. We can be really patient people. We know our parents and adults are really busy in our house right now, so we're going to be super patient and wait for them to help us with our experiment. So I am going to take it over to the stove now, where I've put our pot, and we'll get started. Now that we've brought our pot to the stove and we have adult supervision, or we've been given permission to do this without adult supervision, we're going to turn our stove on and bring our solution to a boil. So I'm going to turn my stove on high heat, and I'm going to take a wooden spoon and just kind of stir my solution. I want to get the sugar and water all mixed in here together so that we're making a nice liquid. And what's going to happen is we're going to bring our solution to a boil, and it'll maybe start to foam as it gets hotter, because our sugar and water our sugar is kind of going to be dissolving in our water, which is what we want. We want to see our water get kind of clear and get kind of clear. So we're just going to kind of keep stirring with our wooden spoon as our solution heats up. We can kind of see now how bubbles are starting to form along the side. That is awesome. We want to keep making sure we're stirring it and keep heating it up as it dissolves. We want to kind of keep going until we reach a full boil. So now as it's boiling, we kind of see that there's these little foam balls that are starting, and that's good. We want to see kind of that foam start to happen and it rise a little bit. And then when the solution starts to clear up, we'll know when we are good to go. We kind of see those little foam bubbles have stopped. They're kind of going down. And our solution has cleared up quite a bit. So now we're going to remove it from heat. So we're going to put our spoon down, and we're going to turn our stove off. At this point, if you would like to add food coloring, now is your time to add a couple drops and stir it in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our solution over to the sink with our jar to pour it in. So now we have our jar in the sink, and if you have a funnel, feel free to put it on top of your jar to help you pour it in. But we're going to take our solution and we're going to pour it into the jar. I kind of hold my pot close to the jar so that I am not spilling, but if you are spilling, that's why we put it in the sink, and that is okay. So I'm going to kind of fill mine up to the top there. I have some left over, and that's totally fine. And now I'm going to pick my jar up by the top of it where there isn't solution, and you can always ask for parent help with this, and I'm going to take it over to the counter where we have our resting place. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece of foil and put it on top of it very lightly. Just let our solution cool, and we know we're not getting any dust particles or anything. So now we're just going to leave the tin foil on here. We're going to wait probably about an hour for it to cool down to room temperature. And in the meantime, let's grab our string and our pen, and we're going to kind of like guesstimate measure from the bottom to, we want it to be off the bottom a little bit, so to the top. So see, my top is about here. So now I have my finger, I kind of guesstimated here, measured it, I let the string off the bottom, and I see that it's about here. So I'm going to hold my pen and I'm just going to wrap it around the string. And I'm going to wrap it probably 2 times. And then I'm just going to tie it in a knot like you would a shoe. And it's okay if you tie it into some of the sugar, that's fine. I'm just going to tie it into a knot. There's plenty of sugar on the bottom of our string too, so no worries. And then I'm just gonna pull it tight. So now our string is ready for when we're ready to put it in the jar. So mine has been sitting for about an hour and the side of the jar is still pretty warm. So I'm gonna give it another 30 minutes to kind of cool down to room temperature. And when I mean room temperature, I mean it's not like cold, but it's not hot. It's just kind of like the temperature in the room. Just kind of there. So I'm gonna give it another 30 minutes and then we'll check back in. But if yours is already room temperature, then feel free to watch the next part. Okay, it's been about an hour and a half. My solution has pretty much reached room temperature. And so now we are ready to put the string in it. So if yours isn't quite at room temperature, that's fine. Maybe just wait a little longer. But if you're ready to move on, then let's do it. So now we're going to remove our tinfoil and we're going to take our strand and our pen or whatever it's attached to, and we're just going to kind of gently put it inside of the jar. I kind of had to hold my strand and guide it in. You might as well also. We're just going to kind of guide it in to the bottom. To not quite the bottom. Perfect. You want to try to get it so it's not on the side, but if it goes to the side, then that's okay. So mine is in now, and it's not touching the bottom, so I know we're good. If yours is touching the bottom, just like just roll your pen a little bit to like roll it like this to kind of tighten up the string. But if it's not, then you're good to go. At this point, if you're using a skewer or kebab stick, what you're going to do is you're going to grab that clothespin, you're going to fasten it above the opening of the jar. So you're going to put the skewer or kebab stick in the jar, the clothespin will fasten it across the top of the jar, and we just want to make sure that skewer or kebab stick is not touching the bottom of the jar. So we're essentially doing the same thing as we are with the pen and the string. We're just using that clothespin to fasten the skewer in place. And now we're going to find a spot that we can put this in and leave it. So make sure you ask a parent or guardian where you can leave your string and jar, because we don't want to touch it. We want to make sure not to touch it. And once we find that place, then we're just going to stick our tinfoil on top again. You can kind of fold it in loosely so it stays, and then we're going to leave it. And we'll check back in 2 days. This experiment will go on for about a week or two, and we'll check in kind of every other day to see how it's going. All right. Awesome job, guys.